Boston.
Here.
Hutton. Here. Leahy. Here. Mendoza.
Here.
Pearsall. Here. Taylor. Here.
We have a quorum. Have a motion for the minutes. Motion by Boston to approve minutes from the March 19, 2025 meeting. Do I have a second?
There is one mistake.
What's that?
It says that I was not present. I think what you meant to put was I didn't have anything to present.
Oh, I'm sorry, where's the minutes?
It's right here.
You got it.
Here's what it is.
Right here. Oh, I put it away. I already put mine away.
That is,
And your section here
I think if you just want to
was
put.
not
yeah,
present, it
yeah.
was nothing to present, yeah. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
So do we accept with the revision?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Motion.
So I added two with correction. All right. So approve, a motion by Boston to approve minutes from the March 19, 2025 meeting with corrections. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Mendoza.
Tegler.
Yes.
Pearsall.
Yes.
Mendoza.
Yes.
Leahy.
Yes.
Hutton.
Sure. Yes.
Pierce, or Boston, excuse me.
Yes.
Motion carried. Jason?
Yep.
Angel, go on.
She nominated me to speak, so
There you
I think you guys all remember me, I was here about a month ago, to discuss mainly the wastewater treatment plant, but the wastewater system as a whole. We submitted a proposal or contract, or proposed contract for a project plan to look at all of your wastewater system and what the needs are. Like I mentioned a month ago, that's kind of the necessary first step to acquire funding from the state for any improvements that you need to do to your wastewater system. Nothing's really changed since that point. I know Jerry had a number of questions on the contract. I sat down with him about a couple weeks ago, a week and a half ago, give or take. Went through everything. I made some minor adjustments to our standard language, and I have that with me as well. I'm just here to answer any more questions you might have on that. If you recall, you guys voted to approve that contract about a month ago, and Jerry had a couple questions that we got answered for him, I do believe. And I don't think I have anything new other than that. I'm happy to answer questions. If we do proceed with this, we do want to get going relatively soon to make sure we have everything wrapped up, study-wise and approvals-wise in the fall, so we can get on board for funding for early next spring to get construction going on. I think what we've done all that time was about a 3-year process from start to construction complete for whatever improvements we need for the wastewater treatment plant.
And when was the riverfront going to start, do you think?
The riverfront is going to start, for the dock, you mean? We are into all the permitting agencies for them right now. We have heard from the Army Corps. We have a verbal approval from the Army Corps. We just don't have the actual paperwork for that permit yet. We have heard from the DNR.
Yes.
Is that right? We've heard from the DNR. They owe us some answers back, and we're continuing to follow with the EPA. Right now, it's just a matter of how many of the permitting agencies to get their approvals on it. So we answered all the Army Corps questions pretty quickly. They got back to us pretty quickly, which was nice. Kind of a pleasant surprise, to be honest with you, dealing with the Army Corps in the past. But everything else is still everything's still in the agency's hands. So we're still hopeful that we'll have approvals here in the next couple of months to be able to start construction late summer, get you into the fall, and then be able to have everything open for you next summer. That's the goal. It's somewhat kind of out of our hands right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
Going back to the MSA contract, unless anybody anybody else, or the MSA, the sewer contract. And I think we had 3 questions, I did at least. Bill had presented the reimbursable expenses as a question and the definition. Of
What
that.
are they?
Yeah, what are they? And if you could maybe answer that, and then along with that, like I said, we had discussed, but I just want everybody else to understand as well, that we had someone else question whether or not that would include environmental study as well as the financial study as
Yes.
well.
Number one, going to the first item there, it is a lump sum contract. It is not a lump sum plus reimbursables. So any reimbursable expenses that we incur is part of that amount. So we're not going to bill you anything extra for any reimbursable expenses. So it's just part of that contract amount. A lot of times we will do a lump sum plus reimbursables amount. We do that in instances where we really can't kind of target what the reimbursable expenses are going to be, and we use it a lot more back when we did have to print like binders of reports and big plan sets to send out everywhere, but everything's done electronically now, so we just generally include all the reimbursable expenses in the contract itself. So I mean, while the contract does speak to reimbursable expenses, those are all on our dime, not your dime. As far as the environmental study, I did do some more checking after we spoke, Jerry. The environmental study would be included in this contract already. That is part of the approval process for us to get this project plan approved by the EPA. We do have to submit for and obtain approvals from all the agencies as far as that will require the environmental study.
And then financial? Isn't there a financial study or?
Financial study is part of the study as well.
Okay.
That's all part of the study, and also if you recall, while the village does have to front this money for this project plan that we're submitting to the EPA which is what this contract is for, it is all funding eligible, it's all grant eligible. So once we do get this plan approved, and then we get the funding approved, the amount that's in this contract gets included within that funding, so the village will be reimbursed for it at that point.
Nice.
That kind of a shadowy figure now.
No, I'm going blind.
Me too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there any other questions? All right.
Thanks, Chief.
All right, thanks, Jason.
Yep.
She's not gonna speak at all, Angel?
Nope. He filled you in on the boat ramps, so.
She nominated me to speak, so.
All right. All right, maintenance, Mike?
Yeah. So, South Church Street, the hill, still needs, still some time to settle. We went up there last week, put some road rock up there, impacted better than the rock that was up there. Now the issue is the bank itself is still settling pretty good. With the big rain we had last weekend, it did wash a little bit of the rock off, made a little bit of a trench down the hill. So we put some rock back up in there. I plan on going and getting some 3-inch rock from the quarry and digging out a little bit of the hill and kind of loading that with some rock to try to make sure no water gets off to that side. I'll do that by the end of this week. I still don't think it's gonna be open for a couple more weeks at least. I was hoping that it would be open, but it's just, I don't deem it safe yet. We've been hauling a bunch of sludge, finally got the sludge tank going. It's helping out the sewer plant quite a bit. We hauled, I don't know, 2,200 gallons Friday, and I think the guys hauled another like 18 today. I assume they'll probably be doing that tomorrow and Wednesday at the latest. I'm hoping that will clear up the sewer plant quite a bit. I called Erie Maintenance, Joel, today, asked him, if he had a hot patch oven trailer, they do. I asked how much they would rent that out for a day. He's gonna get back to me tomorrow. So I'd like to rent that. It'd be a lot easier on us doing potholes, patching potholes quicker. We could rent that for a day. We could get darn near the whole town done, I'm sure. So that would be beneficial. Other than that, I'm still, don't know about the docks yet. The water is coming up, but I don't know if it's crusting or if it's still gonna come up or not. But I was kind of thinking, I would like to get them out this month, by the end of the month. I don't know if that's doable or not. So that's where I'm at with that. Other than that, that's all I have. If anyone has any questions.
You want to cover your summer hires later?
Yeah.
All right. Office? Suzie? Chief?
Things are going well. Just kind of still getting used to everything and working with the county. I think just like we talked when I was first getting hired, the emphasis was on traffic for sure, as well as the other calls, and definitely probably been awakening for a lot of cars. 3 or 4 stops today, no citations issued, but still kind of getting used to seeing me at one end or the other, especially during peak times. So if there's any other input, you know, citizen concerns and things like that, all you have to do is for sure just reach out. And obviously if I'm not here at the office, usually will take a message or she'll text me immediately with a message. So we've got a couple dates Teresa helped me with for golf cart mass registration for the year, as well as we do it anytime I'm around if they come up and ask. So, but other than that, that's really all I have.
What are the dates?
I just gave you a flyer.
Oh. Appreciate it.
You'll go first.
I don't, but I think somebody asked me.
Oh, I wish I had one.
I'll buy one.
Thanks, Chief.
Anything edit?
Yeah, unless there's any questions or anything.
All right. If not, last month I handed out, well, you emailed out an employee handbook. I also sent a copy to Bill for review. There's a couple changes. Yeah, minor, just to add language that says if at any point this is in conflict with state, federal law.
State and federal law controls.
That we would default to that.
And all prior ones are.
And all prior ones are revoked. And then also a new sign-up sheet. So if anybody has any questions on that, otherwise I'd take a motion to accept the handbook as presented.
Any questions? You got it written?
Motion by Boston to adopt employee manual version 2.0. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Leahy.
Pearsall,
Yes.
Mendoza,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Boston,
Yes.
Tagley.
Yes.
You know, I just thought we probably should have an effective date, unless you're gonna,
Oh, on the motion?
yeah,
Immediately?
immediately, I would assume. There is, I don't think there's an effective date in the document itself.
The
No,
front
it says
page
April
has the date,
It
today's
does?
date.
Okay,
It does have April 7 on it.
okay, all right.
Does that suffice then?
Yeah. It would, where does it,
On the very
Right, the
front.
front cover page of my, you don't have
I don't
it
use it.
that's mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see the front.
Wasn't there one about
But if it
around
does say
here?
effective, then that's good. Is that,
Let's
It just has the
sign
date.
on my sheet.
oh, there you go.
April 7th,
Yep,
2025.
okay, you're good. I need a copy of that probably.
I gave you the motion back.
Yeah. That's a good thing, that's fast, that's good.
Yeah, we did roll call. Right.
Yep.
Building permits, we had 2 building permits, one at 407 10th Avenue South for erect a 26 by 22 garage/shed. Cost $1,500 fee would, or 15,000,
I was
excuse
gonna
me.
say, I'm thinking,
$40 fee, and then another one at 406 Spring Creek Court, add addition to existing garage, 24,000 on that one, and a $40 fee. Anything, Bill?
No?
Clerk?
Where are we, where are we on the previous, the prior permits that haven't been paid? Have you taken care of those yet?
I talked to Bud, and I keep missing Mr. Thomas, but I'm working with Bud to file an after-the-fact permit for both the ordeals. I keep missing Mr. Thomas every time I go there, he's not there.
Okay. And then Ted James is still on the list too. Just
Oh, I
FYI.
didn't even talk to him.
Okay.
I'll make a note of it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Is that it then?
Yes.
Clerk?
We received a invitation to donate to the Tug Fest down at Fort Byron. I can pass this around if anybody the board would be open to a donation to them. We haven't in the past, but
no,
I
this
was gonna say, they ask every year.
came out as
I
last.
have not. Yeah, I don't
not to
remember
them.
doing it.
We have
I
some.
suppose you could.
Well, I'm a no, I don't even need to say.
You gotta look at the benefit for all.
Yeah.
You get anything out of it?
I don't know what that.
Police chief might get something out of it, but,
Some people speeding through town.
yeah.
Yeah, probably get more out of the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Is any,
They're still looking at,
oh, all right, yeah, I don't know if we can take action on it anyway, so.
I have it there on the agenda.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, yes, sorry, didn't read it.
They'd have to find some kind of nexus to benefit Albany citizens.
What's that, Bill?
You have to have something to show that benefited Albany citizens. You know, it's not a national charity organization.
The other that I have is the annual liquor license and garbage disposal and trailer court licensing that we'll have to sign here, approve this year.
Yeah, for liquor and gaming, Express Lane doing business as Express Lane Gas and Food. That's a Class A, $480 annual fee. KJM Limit, or LLC, doing business as Howard's. That's Class B1, B2, that's $770 annually. And Benson's, on Mississippi, Stephanie Benson, that's Class B1, $720 annually. Garbage Disposal Republic, $25 annual. And Trailer Court Preserving Communities, $50 annual fee. So.
We've
Anything else?
received applications and we will be renewing all of these.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Budget officer?
I sent everybody a copy of the proposed budget. I suppose you've seen it.
No, I can't get in my computer yet.
Oh, you can? I'll explain it to you. No, just, that's where it'll be, I think this is gonna be in the paper tomorrow, is that right?
It will be in Fulton Journal tomorrow.
Fulton Journal tomorrow, there'll be a hard copy here, there's already a hard copy here that people can peruse. It doesn't leave the building or get copied, but it'll be here.
The hearing will be on the 23rd.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have a discussion about that at some point about.
Yes, we'll do it at the end of the meeting.
And, that's all I have as budget officer and as finance.
Nothing more on finance.
No.
Police, Teresa?
Well, the one thing, we have set the dates, so I'll put them around town now. If anybody wants a copy, they can take one, but don't take the last one. And then the other thing is I just made some phone calls for Mike, for a zero-turn lawnmower. We got some estimates, he's got them. I did 2 different places. Actually, John Deere in Fulton, I did B&B Lawn in Geneseo, and I don't know, did that other guy bring some?
Yeah,
And then
Herbs.
Herbs is in there too. I honestly haven't seen that one.
If I had a choice, and I don't know the, price range. This one here, we get a 27% municipality percentage off of that, and that's without. So that 14,389 with the 27% off actually turns into 10,360. And this one is a rear discharge.
Oh, nice.
So being up at the cemetery, I think that would be ideal. Now, so this one right here would be a rear discharge, and this one as a package with a rear discharge. And all the pricing is without the 27% off. I didn't have time to do it all.
Well, we need to have a price on them, so we'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
This is smaller. Okay.
Which one are you leaning towards, Mike?
Actually, Herb, when he called me, he had the best deal, to be honest with you. He had the best warranty. He had,
Does
for this one, for this 5 years, 1,200-hour warranty. Everything else was like a 4-year, 750, or the one prior was like 3 years, 500. So that was the best that I actually found, and I found that about 20 minutes before I left work today.
Does he come and get it with a trailer if it breaks down?
Yeah.
Pick up an delivery.
Yep. And he says that, he gave me the 3 that he has on hand. All the other ones he would have to order, so we could go get that one tomorrow. It's on hand. The John Deere one from Salone, it would be a 30-day wait from the day.
Possibly, I talked to him today.
Yeah, he said it could be 30 days, so.
Have you heard of that brand?
Hustler.
Oh, yeah, that's a green mower.
It is.
Yeah, green mower.
Oh,
And then the other ones was a Ferris mower and a Stihl mower, which those are the same company, same people make those. But for doing the research, and thank you, Teresa, you did a lot for me here, so I appreciate that. I would almost want to go with the commercial Hustler for that money, that rear discharge. I think would be beneficial for us,
yeah.
especially up at the cemetery.
You're not blowing it all over this stuff.
So that last one on here, this was the price before the 27% off?
That one is a
So without, okay.
Well, why don't you do the one you want instead of all of them?
Well,
Is that the one you
That's a pretty
want?
big difference between that front page one, and what is it, just 10 less, or 2 less horsepower?
yeah, well, I was looking at the warranty too.
Oh, it's got extra 600 hours or almost.
You know, I mean, the warranty is
Gotcha.
a 5-year, you know, so I'm really less money for a warranty.
4 years, 750. Okay. What's it saying?
What date is it?
I've been
What are the dates?
This one is the Matt, this one is a X1.
Gotcha.
So you got your hatchback, which is your step down, and then your hatchback, yes, which is one step up.
Oh, okay.
And then you got this one.
So, what is it you want us to ask for, like, did you take the 27%?
Yes, on this one, I did take the 7.7% off, and
Is that the one you want?
that's the one I would prefer.
Yeah.
2,500 more than the.
Well, the rear discharge would be awesome up there, so you're not blowing the cut grass all over somebody's headstone. Huh? Yeah.
Which side is
The
that?
people up there?
Those are smaller ones,
Yeah.
which one is?
They're going to your house.
Yeah,
Right?
you want to be fine.
60 would be great.
Actually, they probably get Susie up first.
Mowing around, but
Getting between the stones. Okay.
54.
Doesn't change the price at all, the size of the deck? Okay, gotcha.
They did just a couple $100.
No, that's okay.
That's it.
Yeah, that one's got the best warranty, more horsepower. It's actually the better of the series out of the 3 of those that are on there. The back page is like your entry level, and the one that Floyd just had in the middle is like the next step up, and then the front one's like the top one. But for the price and the extra coverage and warranty, it's worth it, at least in my eyes.
Yeah,
What-
that's
how
the
much
best
did
deal
they
I
do?
found.
Where does this come from?
I already
On
have
the
it written
budget?
down.
Oh, you already have this done? Okay, sorry.
Alright.
Now it's scratch paper.
I just don't know what the price is.
Did you figure out the price?
Well, that would be, on that one, that would be it, but I don't know if there's a little fluctuation in that, you know? He just told me that's what the price was, and it was 27% off. And, he told me to get back to him if we need more information.
Is that taxed too or no?
We should.
Yeah.
Taxes.
Herb will do that? We're taxing them. So what part of the budget will this come out of?
I would say parks.
Because I need some other things besides that.
You mean for this current budget?
Yeah.
Well, there was $210,000 put in there, hoping that this was gonna get done. But on the flip side, there was also $200,000 put in reimbursements in revenue, right? Yeah, reimbursements, so. That's kind of a moving target. That money's back in the new budget, as is the reimbursements of $200,000, so.
Is there anything?
Equipment, we've got $6,300 and, I don't know, $74 or something left. But my understanding is, as long as it's in the parks budget, regardless of the line item, we're still good, correct?
Actually, if it's within the general budget.
In the general fund. So, there's money there, to get this mower now, if you wanna get this mower now.
So not to exceed 11,000, is that what, that way?
That's for the hustler, the big hustler.
I can do it, yeah, I can do
I
it.
think that would cover it. I will call him first thing in the morning, we'll verify that that's gonna
That's
cover it.
Sunday.
And it should, if he says it's,
Well, we have.
The
I
only
think-
question I had is, so through Herbs, we get the 27% discount. So if we go through Salone's, on the one, we only got an 8% discount. On the lower grade mower, if we jumped up, we only got a 12% discount. So I asked Chris at Sloan's, how do you project the percentages on that? And he says he just puts it in the computer and whatever John Deere wants to do it, that's what they do it. So, Irv was pretty, not hesitant, he was pretty saying, hey, no, it's 27% off of everything they buy from me, so.
He's in Comanche.
This is like last year.
Well, if you do
or is that this year?
27%, it comes down to 10,503.97. I don't know where this number came from.
Is tax included in that?
There's
We
the
don't.
tax.
It's just-
Can I see it? Can I see it?
That may he did, I'm not saying.
so for that, we could say no more than 1,100 and that would cover it.
1,000.
Or 1,000.
I wish
I wish 1,100, I'd buy one.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, 1,000.
We can all buy them.
Well,
Let's get $600.
This is the cost of the mower itself, this is the cost with rear discharges to the side.
It's all, that whole thing's a rear discharge.
Okay, gotcha.
So NTE 11,000.
Jerry,
And
can I
that
ask a
has enough
question?
horsepower to get up the hill.
Who's Irv?
Huh?
Who's Irv?
I don't,
Herb
The
is,
mower place across from Old Town Cafe in Comanche.
he has a bunch of mowers out
Okay,
front.
yeah, okay.
I think he's the only hustler even around here.
that's all in one night.
Yeah.
And he works on it, I'll pick him up, he said, attention's any service. I didn't necessarily want to get away from Salone because we already have 2 tractors that go to Salone, but for the weight and the money and
17%.
going through Salone, I think this would be a way better mower for us.
I'm gonna change this a little bit because we don't know the name exactly of the seller. So what I'd like to do is to change, the original motion was to purchase zero-turn mower. I'd like to just change it to give Mike Ingram power to act. Oops, power to act.
It's Herbs Repair Inc.
Is it?
I don't know if that's with an I or an E.
I.
Yep.
Aye.
IR.
Herbs Repair Inc.
I'll still give you power to act, and it is to purchase give Mike and Grim power to act in purchasing a zero-turn mower not to exceed $11,000 from Herb's Repair Inc. in Columbia.
Slash Mowers Plus.
All right, just Herb's Repair Inc. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mendoza,
Yes.
Blackie,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Boston,
Yes.
Tegler,
Yes.
Pearsall.
Yes.
Motion carried. Anything else, Teresa? Streets, Aaron?
I don't have any, I had some pictures printed.
Well, I got something to add to that here.
Okay.
I had asked Floyd if he could take some drone pics, said how I did the drawings.
Yeah.
I think he emailed me Sunday, I got him this morning, of top pics of all the places that we went.
Nice.
I don't have them with me, I didn't
Okay.
print those off yet, but we have those, so we
Okay.
can have a better judgment on measurements and
Cool.
stuff, so.
Appreciate
Sorry I
it.
didn't have that presented with me tonight, but
All right.
I'll get with you this week.
Sounds good. Thanks, Blake.
Yeah.
Anything else, Aaron?
I don't have anything, because I had some pictures for, I'll have to get it next meeting, because it didn't turn out.
All right. Terry, utilities?
Yep, we have that one truck that does not run. It's been stuck at the sewer plant for a long time. They finally got it up to the shop, but it's worthless. And I don't remember what we do with equipment we're trying to unload on somebody else. Do you remember?
Ordinance, surplus ordinance, or usually you just give somebody the power back. You have to pass an ordinance called surplus property.
Okay,
So,
We know what's wrong with it?
they've already looked at it, so
Yeah.
nobody can keep it
I
running.
think it's a Ford or something.
Oh.
it's advertised, and it is where it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then we
So
would,
good.
we checked the budget, and I do have enough to purchase a used decent utility.
Well, I actually put it in for the next budget,
For, okay,
yeah. And it's not for a new truck.
no, I said used.
Right, yeah. So there was, you guys will have to figure out how to do the garbage fund thing. I know that can be done. But there's not a line item in the budget in garbage for a vehicle.
Okay,
It's been done in the past. I wasn't here then, so whatever they did then, I put 10 in water, sewer, electric, and something else.
well, we,
And this isn't saying, this is just kinda,
it's about 1,200, or 12,000, sorry.
I'm gonna get me a garage.
Yeah,
Get a new mower, get a new truck, garage, yeah. 12,000 is what this one about is.
and that's not what we have to get. That was
No, it's
something
just
I've seen,
an idea.
Clinton.
Well, don't you have to have something to put a plow on, or no?
That we could, take off, I would have to see about the plow attachment, but we might be able to, it might be universal where we could take off the old truck and mount it on that one. I would have to.
What year is this?
It's a 2014, it has like 176,000 miles on it.
I'll sell my husband's to you.
What's wrong with that?
So, it is kinda high mileage, but it ain't like we're just traveling right here in town. You know, it ain't like we'll be going on the road with it. Maybe here and there, we might have to haul something with it or something like that. I was kinda looking for a little more of like a utility truck.
Yeah.
That does have, the back seat, it does have a little, department for tools in there. I did see it when I was looking through online. It obviously don't have any boxes on it, but, that's something that we could possibly get, you know, to add on, or we could look at another truck that has the boxes. That's just a, reference, basically.
Be nice to pick up one from ComEd or some utility, honestly. I don't know how those are doled out, but that'd have about everything you need with the truck, and they're well maintained.
You ever look around like?
I just apologize.
There's.
No, I really haven't had a whole lot of time to,
There's one in southern
Wayne has a lot
Illinois.
of stuff like that.
Where is it in southern Illinois that has all the utility vehicles?
Sure.
Because
I'll have to do a little bit more research.
me and Charlie went by there, and of course we had to buy shit.
But that'd be on, next month's budget.
That'd be in next year's budget. There was 10 in water, sewer, electric, and streets, I believe.
So, that being said, we wouldn't be able to, purchase it till next month or whatever. Is that how that would go?
Well, as
Yeah,
long as
that's
it's being
the budget.
paid for in the next budget, I mean, in my opinion, what was the cost of this thing?
Well,
11.
it was just like 12 grand.
12.
I'd be, just my 2 cents, I'd be reluctant to jump on that so soon. I really would. I think there's a lot of avenues we could travel.
Oh, yeah,
You know.
definitely, definitely.
Other municipalities do get rid of theirs, and there's programs you can go through.
Yeah, that'd be ideal.
The fact that the municipal review has always got some.
It does, yeah.
What do you think our budget would be for that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I only put
Price
in,
range.
I only put in 40
40.
but there's wiggle, there's fluff in there for equipment and so forth, if we don't spend it all. So, that'd be up to you guys, or, you know, the powers that be at that time. But there was 40 put in there, and I was reluctant to put in, 90 or 100,000. Got this sewer thing staring us in the face.
Is it in the back of this one?
No, but periodically.
Periodically.
Oh, okay.
They may not have anything that particular issue.
There's something wrong.
I think they have a thing online too, probably.
I think I did see that.
Somebody said.
Darryl?
I don't know if they have four-wheel drive, but Fastenal and Clinton sometimes sells trucks. They try to get them from other places, they usually have them sitting out in front of their store over there by Naval Falls.
Yeah, I actually have seen them sit out there. I was always
Yeah,
wondering what
they
they were
actually-
doing.
They were used by Fastenal, or they're just reselling?
Yeah, Fastenal uses them, and then they put them out there out front for sale, or I don't know if you can get on a website through them, or
Be interesting.
so. I mean, most of them look decent, but I don't know if they have four-wheel drive or what they have, so.
Kind of, if we're gonna use it to plow, you pretty much need four.
Right, and they might have, I just don't know. Sure.
I'll look into that, thank you.
Yep.
So you're saying I got a $40,000 budget on that?
Money there does not mean it has to be spent.
Maybe it's on the road.
Get a real nice truck for $40,000.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
But we also have to look into it, probably in the next 2 years, we'll have to get another truck for, our main truck. I'll have to get tires on that, definitely before winter too, so that'll be an expense that we'll have to look forward to. But, everything else is running pretty good, everything's maintained, not having any other issues, so that's good.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Thanks.
Anything else, Carrie?
No.
Parks, Pam?
There's some stuff at the Ball Diamond we need to repair. Fence needs a new latch. We need line for the field. And we need a tiller. You said we need a tiller to till up the field to get
Yeah, I'm
ready.
gonna call Sloan's tomorrow and see if they have something we can have an attachment.
You mean to purchase?
No,
No,
for
just
rent.
to rent.
So, for landscaping at the Eagle at the park, we need some fabric and possibly some mulch to go around there. I'm not sure, was there any left up at the?
Yeah,
There's several $100 of
Little
it
bit.
sitting up at
Okay.
the cemetery,
We
yeah.
don't need that.
Would we still wanna do that mulch, or would we wanna do?
I hate to wait, if we're
Around
gonna,
there,
if
I
we're gonna
really
waste
want
that, we should give it away.
And it's at the park, so we need it. I mean, it's not in the
Well,
play
no,
area,
right.
but,
Okay.
but there's definitely places we can use
Yeah.
that. So I'd like to get 200 for that by the park, the Eagle.
For what, the fabric?
The fabric and some of the flowers and that to put around it. None of that stuff that's around it comes back? Was it all
Yeah,
annual?
the
The ornamental grass?
ornamental grass, but that's the only thing in there
Oh,
right now.
okay.
Besides
Nothing
those
with color.
two bushes out front that, they put in memory of Albany.
I don't know if she's in.
That one I'm done with.
Oh,
Well, we don't, if it's below 200, we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I just figured I'd get it approved here. That's up to
Any
you
other
guys.
questions?
no.
I have, I have a motion by Pearsall to approve $200 for materials to landscape people at park. Do I have a second?
No second.
Lady?
So that's just fabric, not mulch.
No,
we're using our-
Okay.
Huh?
Fabric.
We understand who it's going to just.
No.
If I have time this week too,
Oh,
I can run over to Farm and Fleet, see if they have that.
Landscape guy? Home Depot does.
We have an account at Farm and
We,
Fleet.
I thought we got one at Home Depot for now.
Leahy,
Yeah. That's okay. We got
Hutton?
an exempt one
Yes.
from Home Depot.
Boston,
Yes.
Stegler,
Yes.
Pearsall,
Yes.
Mendoza.
Yes.
Motion carried.
This one is for, I can't imagine that a electrical fence would be expensive, and then lime, I know that's not expensive, so not to exceed 200 on that.
I guess I don't know why we're doing this.
Well,
Just because.
before, I just know I went up there and they weren't supposed to purchase stuff without getting it approved by the board.
Accountability.
Who wasn't supposed to?
Hmm.
Who wasn't supposed to?
I'd rather not get into it, but
That's fine.
Well, then I'll,
What is-
what are we buying this for?
the lime is for the ball diamond,
Are we having any games this year?
yes.
I hope so.
Who's running that?
That would be the Fulton Rec League, and Wiley Blaisdell's in charge of it up here.
I thought when we put,
That's what I was told.
You what?
We did,
He walked.
when was that?
When
I
did we
just talked to
relinquish control of our ball
Well, yeah,
diamond
it's our
to
property.
Fulton Rec League?
Ask Teresa.
I didn't do it. I gave it to Wiley.
And then it was gone, everything was gone.
Everything is there.
Well, they said the Albany Garden Plain Youth Association is no longer.
Well, that's because he changed the name. When he went and got his EIN number. That wasn't on me.
are there supplies somewhere?
Everything is up there
Everything's
that was
up there.
there before. But like you said, I was just told that he left last year, walked away.
Well, again, who relinquished control of our ball diamond to the Fulton
Not I.
Rec League?
It's just that they're playing, and they're playing up here, and they're the ones that do the schedule, and that's because we didn't have enough teams here to do it.
All right, whatever. I have a motion here on the table, unless there's further discussion, to allow $200 to fix broken fence and purchase line for ball diamond. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Mendoza?
Hutton,
Yes.
Boston,
No.
Tegler,
No.
Pearsall,
Yes.
Mendoza,
Yes.
Leahy.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Do we have lime up there?
There used to be, out in the outfield. I don't know. I'll have to go look.
It's, the outfield is not, or the outfield is not bad, but the infield is a mess.
There used to be a big pile of lime out, way out past the fence.
You've had
I didn't see
you've had a
any.
busy body season, so we're low on lime. It's just like, just a little.
I didn't see
Great,
any.
all right, moving.
All over the cemetery.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You've been watching too much Supernatural.
I do watch Dateline every night.
And I have no idea how much tiller will be.
Hey, on another stuff, if I could just interject, on your landscape thing, if you guys ever get out of mulch, which doesn't sound like you are, I helped to do a couple playgrounds with some people over across the side where the other people live. And they're so backed up on the ground up tire stuff, the rubber stuff now, that the places that were doing it and making a shit ton of money, now they're stuck with it and they have to unload it. You have to go through a little process just to get the grant, but you can get tons of it. So if like for protection and softer playground material around the playground equipment, all you gotta do is look into that. You just get it free all
Rubber
you
mulch.
want.
And it's
It's like ground up tire, so it's softer.
Yeah, the playground
They-
approved stuff.
And it
They
lasts
have it at
forever.
Aldi's right now, bags of it at Aldi's.
Yeah,
Do they
you can get it
really?
for free by the truckload,
That's good.
just as an FYI.
Bad for the ground.
Thank you.
Ground up tires.
Anything else, ma'am? Joyce?
Close second.
All right. How about old business?
I'd like to address Danny here at our last meeting. I'm not looking to open any wounds, but I just want to address that because I feel like we were caught off guard. Apparently this started with Teresa going to a township meeting asking about the shed roof repairs, if I'm correct. That led to, well, you guys haven't spent the money I've given you and so forth. So we were told more than once that Nate didn't like to make the reports, and so instead of Nate making them, they agreed to do this shed thing. More than once, this report thing was brought up. Well, I filed a FOIA request asking for those past reports, and my answer was, they were never given reports. So I don't know where that came from, and it says that they just come in here and ask to look, to see what we spent of that road and bridge tax money. So I don't know that Danny ever came in the last 4 years and asked that, and I don't know if he did the 4 years before that. But I can tell you that between 2018 and 2021, the 4 years before we got on, they brought in $29,335 of road and bridge tax money, and they spent $300 on maintenance of streets. Between 22 and 25, we brought in $29,608, we spent $7,135. They spent 1% of that money, we spent 24% of that money. So I'm really confused as to why we were getting called out for not spending the money. Well, we've spent 24 times more. I just want to get that out there. That's the facts. I apologize, but I want to get that out there.
Anything else?
No, not right now.
I've got a little bit, anybody else old business? This is kind of old business. A couple months ago, we received a letter from the Department of Agriculture giving us a fine for not having a licensed applicator. I called them, I explained the situation, and they said that they would put it up for administrative review. We did get the results back yesterday, or I guess it's the 3rd of April. Said on the motion of the complainant, that would be the Department of Agriculture, and upon no objection from us, the motion is granted to hereby dismissed. So,
Good.
our fine was dismissed.
Yeah, I appreciate it. The town should appreciate that.
One last thing I'll add to old business, Jerry, is, so we are waiting for confirmation from Locust to upgrade to Locust 8. So it's at their discretion, it's at their schedule.
That they'll turn it, or make it live.
Yeah.
And people can pay with a credit card with that?
Well, so once we go live on Locust 8, then we do the third-party payment processor. It's a different module. And we're probably gonna go through Illinois ePay just because they're free. And they come down with any equipment that you need, they create the portal, they provide the link. The other payment processors that I've looked into, like one was $300 a month, I don't think we wanna even entertain that. Plus, they want you to do like, it was either like a 3 or 5 year contract with them, and I'm like, that seems like a long time too.
What that offers though is with the e-pay is what the residents can do is go online and pay with a credit card.
Yep,
They
we give
can't
them the
walk
link.
in and pay with a credit card here, it's not.
Well, they will be able to,
They will be able to do
yeah,
that.
because we'll have a machine here. But yes, they will pay online, we provide the link, Illinois ePay builds the portal, and then through an interface, we send our account information to them, and then they download the payments to us, so it's like that's what the payment processor module is in Locus 80.
That's good, because nobody under 40 writes the check.
That's right. They don't. Kids don't have checking accounts, which is.
No cash, no check.
Yep.
Can I ask you another question? Bruce?
We have some time at the end, but go ahead.
Well, just because we're in it right now, do they offer with that e-pay, can you do above budget? You know, so you can like say, I want $300 a month taken out of this account, and so that it would roll over? You know?
So that's a different process, that's like an A-stage process where you would sign up with your bank, like if you wanna make like a monthly reoccurring,
Okay.
you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Online
Yeah,
pay.
thank you.
Welcome.
Teresa, does the bank still do online pay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
That's what I thought. Not many people seem to use that.
I do.
I do all,
Same here.
matter of fact, I don't write checks. Any other new business? Or, excuse me, old?
Got one.
Huh?
Jason.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just confirming that the board was okay with you signing,
And I'm glad you brought that up. I would prefer at this point, based on past history of boards getting involved in things and not finishing it up, I would prefer not to sign a contract for $38,500 with the chance that this next board won't do anything with it. So again, I would prefer that the next board make that decision. That would be my choice as well. I don't know if anybody else feels that
No, I
way.
think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
We're just a few days away.
You don't have it on the agenda.
Make that, this board will take over.
no, I just wanted to,
But it was approved once before, but we needed clarification, so.
Did it authorize you to sign it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, that's my take on it. Like I said, I don't want to spend the town's money if it's gonna sit there and nothing's gonna be done.
In the back room.
Yeah, in the back room or wherever it ends up being. so.
no,
Yeah.
understand.
Well, actually, you guys did it in 2015.
Right.
And now we're at that 10-year mark, and, so I would prefer it that way. I don't know what anybody else thinks. You can certainly bypass my approval.
Thank you.
Are we passing out dummies?
No, the container's much bigger.
Does that answer your question? I don't.
Yeah, I
know.
didn't know if there needed to be another board vote or anything like that. So that's why, I just wanted to bring it up, make sure it wasn't forgotten about.
If someone feels differently, please speak up, and if not, we'll go ahead and continue on. If not, Bill sent over an explanation of what was gonna happen here and what the priorities or the procedure is for turning over to the next board. You spoke with Karen today.
Yeah, so,
Go ahead, I'll let you finish.
well, this will be April 16th will be the canvas, so then they'll certify the vote probably the following day. So it's the next special or general meeting after April 17th, for example, would be when the next, when the new would be sworn in. Where that's on the agenda is up to you.
So if we kicked the next meeting down the road a week,
To the 23rd,
to the 23rd, we could do our budget hearing early.
right.
We could approve the minutes.
He's in control of the agenda.
She swears them in.
Swears them in, and you're
And we
going
could
to
be done on the 23rd.
Mhm.
I like the
Do we
idea.
vote for?
And you could vote for the budget if you want to, or you can vote for the next, and that's up to you.
Yeah, we probably should do that.
Changeover would be the 20, any meeting after the first meeting after the 17th.
Perfect.
Or we could just call that as a special meeting and have our regular meeting to do business on the 16th, based on this. The reason I was pushing it,
Or you could continue it twice, you could continue today to the 16th, and from the 16th to the 23rd.
well, the 16th would have been our
Our
regular.
regular board,
Regular
well,
board.
then you could just continue that meeting to the 23rd,
Yeah.
make it something up to a budget.
I don't think we will have, and it's up to everybody else. I'm all for that.
Because you will have the budget on the 23rd, for sure.
Yeah,
Right,
well, that's
that's
her,
budget
well,
meeting.
I mean, we could do it on Friday, but no one wants to be here on Friday.
No.
So, and then Monday is the day after Easter, so if someone's traveling out of town,
We did Wednesday.
so Wednesday will probably be.
You're used to Wednesdays, for the second meeting?
So what are we looking at then? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna,
I guess my thought, originally I had thought postpone it, but because I was just gonna call a special meeting for
the budget?
the budget, and then we'll do does that have to have a swearing in? Does that have to have an agenda?
Just should be on the agenda.
All right, so we'll have an agenda for swearing in and pass the budget, and then those are the only things we can deal with.
My phone is off.
Our,
Well, or
we probably
that,
approve our minutes, won't we, or something, or not,
well,
from this
No.
meeting, or?
well, yeah, you should do that. I mean, you don't have to be in a meeting to approve the minutes, but it's.
Okay, perfect.
Everybody's elected to do that, so approving the minutes of this meeting would be a good idea.
Okay.
So I propose that we have our regular meeting on the 16th to take care of any normal second, it's a short week, but, and then we have a special meeting on 23rd, and just with the two items on there being the pass the budget and then swear in new trustees.
And then you're restricting the special meeting, you can't do anything else. Talk about anything else, it's just that, nothing else discussed or action.
No, just turn it over.
General meeting, continue general meeting, you could, but you can't do a special.
We won't have anything to discuss.
Probably not.
Well, you probably should, you already had 2 meetings in
Right.
a week and a half.
Yeah, it would be 3.
3 weeks.
One,
3 meetings.
one a
in 3
week for 3 weeks in a row.
So keep the 16th.
Do regular business then,
Yeah.
and then special meeting on the 23rd.
That starts at 6, correct?
The budget hearing will start at 5:30.
30, but the regular meeting will start at 6.
Regular
Okay.
meeting will be 6.
With
We'll
that,
pass the budget and then we will swear in the new.
So all the
it'll
new
be a
folks
short
need to be
meeting.
here on the 23rd at 6 o'clock.
You could
Yes.
approve the minutes from the meeting before,
Yep.
on the
Yes.
16th.
The new board would need to come to that on the 23rd.
So we could have approved minutes.
Yeah, I think that would be appropriate.
because we'll
Approve the
we'll probably have
16th.
closed too, won't we, to approve that, or the 16th, we'll have to close. Okay. Yeah, I like the idea.
Any objection to that?
Plus, it's an extra $50.
There you go. That'll buy you a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
Yeah.
All right,
It ain't worth it, I'll tell you that.
anything else before we go to closed session? Or bring up to the audience? If not, Jason, you have anything?
No, that's mine.
Robert?
No, sir.
And, oh, you're the other Jason, so. Yeah, any final thoughts?
Oh, no, nothing for me. All right, appreciate everybody's time.
If nothing else, I will accept the motion to go into closed session for employment of employees.
Like a grant type of deal, but that grant.
There you go.
Plenty of places, look online, and yeah. Because these places have so many cars, they rack.
Are you gonna say, are you gonna try this?
Get rid of it.
So like Joe Blow, or does it have to be a municipality?
You'll stay.
No.
You may have to have some sort of room or something. Sorry, look under, divided, a couple underfunded in a certain city.
I think it's our phone too.
Oh, yeah, I called back and I talked to Tosh, he was fine, and the next thing I know, it was dead.
Yeah, my phone went through a whole reboot, and it went weird, and did all this stuff, so I don't know, it was updating itself.
I'll give you a call tomorrow.
This fiber stuff.
Oh, that's what it is in Morrison?
Well, we have the iFiber. Oh. So iFiber, internet, telephone.
Do you?
It's very expensive too. I have some price.
Seriously?
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Jason.
Full time.
We, my insurance agent. Like,
Literally. It's hard to find.
Gotta go, sorry.
You shut this off.
Bye.
Hey guys, take care.
Bye.
See you, Bill.
Thank you.
Oh, hey. I probably won't see you.
Oh, that's right, yeah, yeah.
Hey, thank you for all you do.
Yeah. Take care, bye-bye.
And, hey, I did want you to check out,
I'm sorry.
Closed session at 7:30, do I have a second?
Second?
Roll call.
Boston,
Yes.
Tegler. Yes. Pearsall,
Yes.
Leahy,
Yes.
Hutton.
Yes.
Do we have a second on that one?
Yeah, who seconded?
I did, we both did, actually.
I
Uh-oh.
didn't catch it, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
I was
very well.
reading
It
here.
was at the same time, so whatever.
My ears relax.
All right, we're back in open session.
Yes.
I have a motion by Leahy to make Mike Ingram maintenance for Director of Public Works, effective immediately. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Boston.
Tegler. Yes. Pearsall.
Yes.
Mendoza is gone, okay. Leahy,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Boston.
Yes.
Motion carried. To follow up on that, I have a motion by Leahy to give Mike Ingram $1 raise as Director of Public Works, effective immediately. Do I have a second?
I'll second that as well.
Boston?
Pearsall,
No.
Leahy,
Yes.
Hutton,
No.
Boston,
Yes.
Tegler.
Yes.
4-2? Or 4?
3-2.
3-2. Majority wins. Motion carried. I have a motion by Boston to hire Barry Reynolds as part-time summer help at $18 an hour. Work is an as-needed basis. Start date is 4/8/25. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Oh, I think Joyce might have got that.
I think she did.
We'll call it Joyce. Since Carrie-
One final time.
Leahy,
Yes.
Hello?
Hutton,
Yes.
Boston,
Yes.
Tegler,
Yes.
Pearsall.
Yes.
Motion carried. I have a motion by Boston to name Susie Griffiths as office manager. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Joyce.
Hutton,
Yes.
Boston,
Yes.
Tegler,
Yes.
Pearsall.
I'll abstain.
Leahy.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion carried. And, are you done?
Yep.
I have a motion. I have a motion by Joyce Tegler to terminate Katie Moore effective immediately. Do I have a second?
I'll second that as well.
Second by Boston.
Pearsall.
No.
Okay, which way am I
I don't know.
going? Tegler,
Yes.
Boston,
Yes.
Hutton,
Yes.
Leahy.
Yes.
Those absence. Motion carried. Who's going to talk to her? I'll talk to her.
Thank you for volunteering.
Is there anything else for the good of the order?
Did we do a COLA for the office?
No, not yet. That still needs to be done, I would say.
What'd you ask?
COLA for the office.
We had talked
didn't
about
do
discussing
any
it
other
this meeting,
items.
but nobody put it on the agenda.
I don't know,
And
yeah, that should be done here,
At the
What's
next.
the new board?
we'll let the new board make that decision. We can always, they can always
Well-
make it retroactive, but maybe the first time.
That's not over.
We've done raises in August since I've been on this board.
Who is
So-
speeding?
I
Oh,
don't
just
know.
on a dirt bike up and down the,
Well, it's, I think they're street legal, but it's essentially.
there's a go-kart up on Riverview.
Yeah,
Just, it's like it's got the metal bars.
roll cage.
Yeah, and he scoots, and I thought if I was backing out my drive, he wouldn't be able to stop in time.
I've seen people zipping, and those, some of them little stand-up scooters.
Yeah.
They.
I gotta get them coming around my sidewalk on my block, so I gotta be extra careful, you know.
Backing out.
Yeah, and I don't know, he's not very old, and I'd love to have one, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I see an 8-year-old sitting by my house.
I'd like to have one now, to be honest with you. If there's nothing else for the good of the order, I have a motion by Pearsall to adjourn the meeting at
7:37.
7:37. Second,
I'll second.
Leahy, all in favor?
Yeah.
You did say this was for me, correct?
Yeah, you,
Thank you for doing that. Again.
no problem.
Are you gonna be around tomorrow, or do you want me just to tell you?
I'll be here tomorrow, take care of that first.
Okay, I'll give you my password, you'll need the password, won't you? Or are you just
Oh.
gonna put a license on it?
Yes, I'm
Oops,
gonna
sorry.
Okay.
supposed to do it.
All right, thank you.
Do you have any postcards? Let me, I'll